Explosive. Yeah, he is. I think he's tight, man. He's actually pretty tight. He's very tight. Let's get it, fellas. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show. Let's go. Let's go. Presented by Miller Lite. What time is it, boys?
Miller time.
Miller time.
We're also live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Hop in the Toyota chat. Join the conversation with us. Maybe become a Supporters Club member. Why not? Get access to emojis. You can use those anytime you want.
And videos.
Including the fired up Gale or the air horn.
It just says fired up.
Well, there's also an air horn.
Fired up. Yeah,
you did make that one, so you can put them both together. Great show for you today. We got hangover takes. We're going to talk about what the Nuggets can go without. Do they need Jokic's three-point shooting this year? Do they need it? I'm going to argue yes. We'll get to all of that and more. I got Harrison Wind in the building.
I can't wait for tonight's game, man. Third game of the season, rivalry game, important game. I'm hyped.
I'm hyped for it too. It is something of a rivalry game. It feels like the edge is off a little bit. Maybe we'll get to it in game notes, but yes, it is. D-Line Co's here.
That's right, guys. I'm ready for this, and I'm not at all scared, and I don't care that Ant's not playing. It counts all the same.
It does count all the same. You don't remember who was it out?
I'm not scared at
all.
You're
not scared.
Why did you even ask me that?
I did. I apologize for bringing it up. I can't believe I brought that up.
I'm not nervous. You're nervous.
D-Line Go. I'm sorry. Dev. Superstar Dev.
If you're one of those people that say, "Oh, I hate that Ant's not playing. I want them," I don't care about none of that. I want the Nuggets to win against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah,
I don't care who's out there. As long as you beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's about getting that monkey off your
We
back.
couldn't even do it in goddamn preseason.
I know.
Well, that one, come on. But tonight is the night. Nuggets are 1-1. It kind of feels like, what are they night? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
They lost to a very good Warriors team, very close game. Then they got a blowout win against a bad team. What are they? Are they good? I think we're going to learn a lot about them tonight. Let's go to the game notes.
Let's go to the game notes, and let's actually start with our Common Spirit injury report. Let's check in on that because there is some big news about who's in and who's out. Some tiny news right here.
Yeah, there's some tiny. I would call that about 8-point font news. Okay.
As you can see, Anthony Edwards is out.
Yeah, we can see that.
Sure.
As we clearly see.
He is out. Rob Dillingham is available, though. He's missed these last couple of games. I think he broke his nose. He's wearing a mask tonight. But the big news is Anthony Edwards is out. How does that change this game for you guys?
Well, I mean, it changes it quite a bit because I'm with you guys. Some of this is you just have to beat this team. They beat you 8 straight times going back to the last season. 9 if you want to talk about Game 7, back in 2024.
Why?
So it's a lot to 10 if you want to count the preseason, which I don't know why you would. But they've beaten Denver. They've had Denver's number, and I think this has to. You got to get one. But I will say, Anthony Edwards is the guy that causes them the most problems. Him being out, I'll still take it, but I'm also going to put it to the side box.
I'm glad not to say glad, I'm just glad that Denver has a chance. I really do think that this is like a mental hurdle for this team. I mean, he just talked about breaking the curse. It really does feel like this team is cursed, and they just own Denver in every single way. I watched Minnesota Timberwolves games, like on League Pass and things like that. I'm like, that's not the same team. That's not the same team. But for Denver, they play up. I think they're going to play up in this game, even while not having them. So it's about taking care of business.
But that's what I'm worried of. It's not playing up if they're shorthanded. It's playing down, D-line. I'm a little worried about playing. I think they were going to win tonight. I was ready for this matchup. I'm like, Denver's going to own Minnesota this year. And now I'm like, oh, God, I hope they're still locked in.
I don't think they're going to play down. That's like... I mean, how are you going to play down to a team that's beat the hell out of you every single time you've played them over the last 2 years? Like I'm certain they've noticed that they've not beaten this team. There's no chance. They're not like, oh, Anthony Edwards isn't playing. All right, off night, we can take some time off. Man, I just want to see it. Come on, man. Just be cool. You just be cool for once.
The other one with Dillingham in, it's actually interesting. Bones Hyland's been playing ahead of Rob Dillingham. Like
Man.
Bones Hyland's been in the rotation for these guys.
He's kind of like Dillingham, but taller.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
Bones is
exactly
good.
that, actually. They're the same guy, I feel like.
Bones is good, man. He's good.
He is good. He is good.
So that should be interesting. Experience the difference compassion makes. Find a Common Spirit location near you. Discover a new standard of health and healing by visiting mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Also in game notes tonight, this is what David Adelman had to say about the Minnesota Timberwolves. He said, look, they're playing without Ant. He didn't play in the preseason game, and they were still successful against us.
It's true.
You know, ever since we won the first round playoff series, it's been heavily dominated by them. Just talking about the matchup between Nuggets and Timberwolves.
So they are aware.
We have to take that
noticed.
personally and play better. Also, just talking about Anthony Edwards, Adelman said, it doesn't mean anything to us in this sense that they have beaten us over and over and over. So
I
they're
love that he's
very
laying it
aware.
on thick.
Yeah,
Don't run from it. Don't hide it.
exactly.
Say it. Say what it is, man. We all know. You know what? Do you have more to game notes?
The other game note I have is Mike Conley is starting in place of Anthony Edwards. They've been running Dante DiVincenzo kind of as point guard, Mike Conley off the bench. He actually hasn't even played that much. He's been playing like 10 minutes a game. So interesting development just from last season to this season for Minnesota there. But he's in the starting lineup tonight.
Jamal Murray's got to go, man.
Yeah.
He's got to go. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Anthony Edwards, those were the guys, really, when you think about it, that really gave him problems. No, but not anybody else. Both of those guys, one gone, the other one out. Mike Conley, you should be able to really do some damage to, so I hope he goes after him. The other matchup, though, Dev, that I'm so excited for, Naz Reid versus Jonas Valanciunas. They have a fake big, in that he's a big guy, but he's a perimeter guy.
Yeah.
Big Val, man, I am so excited to see, because I think Naz is going to get open shots against him. Can he just dominate that guy inside tonight?
Yeah, that's going to be a matchup where Big Val gets to go at him every single time, use his size, get down low. Naz Reid is a shooter. So I don't think that he's going to be guarding him on the other end. Like, I think that that'll be a cross matchup. So you have to dominate that second unit. You got to dominate down low. Maybe they don't even play, Naz Reid on him with that second unit unless it's only like for staggered minutes, because they're going to need Naz Reid in this game. They're going to need him to stay out of foul trouble, which Big Val is giving them. They're going to need him to space the floor and try to score. I think this is going to be a matchup where Denver tries to go big and they try to dominate inside.
Double big?
I don't know.
Could it be the debut?
should
You
give
got
it a
Randall.
chance. You really should
And
give it a
Naz
chance.
Reid. I mean,
Naz Reid, Randall,
I think it
Gobert?
could be the debut.
Oh, man, that
Season
would be
debut.
exciting. That'd be interesting. I'm ready for it, man. I'll tell you the other matchup that I'm curious for. Their athleticism versus the Nuggets, because that is one of the things that I think Denver has struggled with. Phoenix is not very athletic. Golden State, Kuminga's athletic. He had a great game against Denver, but Golden State as a team, not really. Ant being out maybe changes some of the athleticism there, because he's obviously super athletic. But they have an athletic team, man. Terrence Shannon Jr., super athlete. Jaden McDaniels, great athlete. So I'm curious tonight if Denver looks slow and, if their full court pressure affects Denver the way it did in the preseason, even though I don't really count that one.
Yeah. And I mean, this seems like a game that is set up for Jamal Murray to play pretty well in. No Anthony Edwards. He's still got McDaniels that he might have to go against, but having Conley in the starting lineup's kind of a little bit of a break. Just if you're talking about the Nuggets on offense, he's the guy you can go at. So, I mean, my eyes are kind of on Jamal for this game. Like, how easy of a time does he have scoring the ball?
Yeah, and for me, I'm a little bummed, honestly, just because we're so early in the season. I want to see Jamal Murray go up against one of the squads that shut him down and see how much we are actually in the year of Jamal Murray. Like if our eyes are telling us the truth, or if it really has just been matchup and our excitement that's filling in the gaps. But I mean, I'm with you though. He should by all rights. It would be very disheartening if he gets shut down tonight and Anthony Edwards is not playing. And
That's true. There's way more to lose than gain tonight. You
Totally.
can gain a win, which is huge, but the loss would be horrible.
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of a no-win situation. They're going to win. We'll be like, yeah. And
I don't
they'll be
care.
like,
I'll take it.
He wasn't playing. Yeah, he wasn't playing.
I mean, there is a little bit of that. By the way, they play again in 11 days. Ant's predicted to be out for 2 weeks, at least
Yeah.
2 weeks, and they play again in 11 days, so he's probably going to miss both matchups early on, which is...
They said 2 weeks for a hamstring, but it's probably going to be more than that.
Well, that's the other thing about this, right? The West's so competitive. If they fall behind. Hamstring, you don't want to rush back, but 2 weeks from now, who knows where that squad is? Hopefully Denver can push them down in the standings tonight a little bit. Kale, let's go to the hangover. Let's get some hangover takes from this last game because we haven't talked to you since then. I've got a couple
talking
for
about
you.
the Broncos?
Nope, we're talking about the Denver Nuggets and their win over the Suns. I got to go back and rewatch it. My number one note, the Nuggets are really good, man.
Yeah.
I know, like, we it's 2 games in. We feel a certain way about them.
And the Suns suck.
The Suns definitely suck, so that helps. But Denver really, man, they can pick what they want on offense. But here's one of my first notes. Aaron Gordon's defensive rebounding was horrible in this game.
Really?
It didn't stand out to me. You saw how he got all those offensive rebounds?
Yeah.
A lot of them were Aaron Gordon, just like no efforts.
Really?
And he's doing a lot of good things, but there were some plays. I mean, Ryan Dunn goes after it every single time.
Right.
There were a lot of plays where it looked like he was picking and choosing his spots, and he's like, I'm not going to go for this one. Whoop, offensive rebound.
That's shocking to hear because that's just not Aaron Gordon. You don't hear or see him ever taking that many plays off. He's a guy that's aggressive on the boards, making sure he's involved in every single play and just trying to grab everything, even if it's out of his way. So you definitely need that spark from him. You need him to change the game with just how hard he plays. So that's a shocking revelation.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I really thought, I mean, one of my predictions for this year is that he would up his rebounding.
Not a good start.
Well, it
Well,
was
he
a good,
did,
it was a
actually. He
good
grabbed
start.
rebounds, yeah.
It was a good start in the first one, but you're just specifically offensive rebounds, you're saying?
Defensive rebounds for like where you're supposed to box out,
Right.
and there were just a lot of plays where shot goes up and he would like you could just tell it was like I'm taking this one off.
Interesting.
But Ryan Dunn goes after everything, so he got some.
Man, that sucks. And it cost the Nuggets. They only won by 30.
They could have won by 50. Though.
Yeah, that would. Also, shouts to Drew Zilli, who has joined
Drew
the
Zilli.
Supporters Club,
Hell yeah,
and
shout him
to
out.
Christoph Zerbiak. Although I don't really understand. It says, welcome to MVP, but they have the blue badge.
Already.
Does that mean you...
Maybe they downgraded it to MVP, which is, fine. We told people we're opening everything to MVP. Here's another take for you. Last season, Michael Porter, according to Second Spectrum, sent 71 picks for Nikola Jokic, the ball handler. Last game, Cam recorded 3, and I think there were a lot more. They only do them if there's like a direct action off of it. I think that's one of the things we kind of predicted would be different. They use Cam Johnson in ball screen actions with Jokic a lot, that inverted ball screen, and it's a real weapon. Like I think Denver's they're on phase 1 of their playbook, building the foundation. But I look at that and I go, that's a unique wrinkle that I actually think the worst defender is often guarding Christian and Cam. So
Right.
that gives you another guy to run inverted pick and roll with Yoke.
Yeah, and I mean that's something we thought we might see with Cam in that MPJ spot, just using him in different types of actions where a lot of times MPJ was just in the corner. That was kind of his role in some of the Nuggets offensive sets. But, with Cam, he's such a smart player where eventually, he's going to just be a real part of the offense, even when the ball isn't in his hands. So the fact that the Nuggets are already getting into that is really good to see. And I could even tell opening night to that game against the Suns, Cam looked a lot more comfortable. He didn't look as hesitant. Definitely still getting comfortable, but I thought he took a big jump from game 1 to game 2. And I think you're going to see like another big jump tonight, game 2 to game 3.
But Dev, it's not just Cam. Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Peyton Watson. The Nuggets are using everybody to screen and roll. And I feel like last year they did that a little bit, but they're doing it way more with multiple guys this year.
Yeah, I think you want your offense to be interchangeable. You don't want to be predictable. And I think a lot of times last year, Nuggets offense was predictable. So they're trying to set offenses, learning, sets from different spots, different players. Now you can't just key in on what they're trying to do. So I do think that it just keeps the offense free flowing and open where anybody can start it at any time, no matter who's there. I like it, and clearly the offense, the numbers look like it's working.
Yeah. Another one I have for you guys. Peyton Watson plays the gap so well in this new defensive system. Remember, we talked about one of the things they're doing is have guards stunt really hard over to stop the ball handlers, but then to do that, you give up the 3-point shots and you have to sprint to close out. Guys like Tim Hardaway Jr., Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, they're just not very long or athletic. P-Watt, it's like kind of plays to his skill set a lot. The thing is you don't notice it because you don't notice the absence of something where he stopped the ball and then contested so a guy didn't take a shot. But on rewatch, you're like, oh, there was a lot of those plays where they had to reset their offense because P-Watt was able to cover 2 places at once.
That's awesome. I mean, that's the one thing that you hope, and he's able to control the most, is his effort on defense. We don't know what his role is going to be, I don't think, night to night when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, but that's the way that he can make himself indispensable on this team, and a team that needs defensive intensity night after night after night. You never quite know like what you're going to get. So P-Watt being that guy, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
What do you guys have? Any hangover takes, Harrison?
I mean, just thinking back to Yoke's game, I don't know what you guys think. Obviously, 5 of 8, didn't really look at the rim much the first 3 quarters, but the
No, he
Nuggets
did not.
were scoring. You know, they had 60 plus in the first half. They had 70 plus in the first half. Did you notice anything about Yoke's game on rewatch?
I will say I noticed it more on rewatch with Golden State, that Golden State really was forcing Denver to give him the ball at the 3-point line, and he
Yeah.
was obliging.
He was getting the ball down low a
Oblige
lot
him.
Yeah.
against Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, as you said, I mean, here's the truth of it. The only reason this game was marginally close, because I think Denver was about to win by 40 points, is that they had like 8 straight turnovers in the third quarter and I think Yoke got really annoyed in that quarter too, because some of the mistakes were like careless.
Right.
And I think he was kind of like, well, I'm not going to be out here if we're going to be doing this kind of dumb stuff. It didn't stand out, I guess, as bad. I do think that he's kind of letting the game come to him, which maybe he just feels like he can do that this time of year.
One other thing that did stand out from the Phoenix game was the P-Watt Big Val connection. We talked about it
Yes.
a little on the
Yes.
post-game show, but they had some like really good moments in the 2-man game together in that one stretch. It was like a couple-minute stretch where they did it like 2-3 times in a row, that pick and roll. So that's something to watch, I think, again tonight with the second unit.
And I actually think that, to me, like, I know he had that one fast pass. Do you remember this, Dev? It was too fast to Val and it went out of bounds. Those turnovers to me are like, okay, that's good though. He sees it, everything's there. It just, he was sped up a little bit. Those turnovers I can live with because it tells me it'll get there with reps.
It's also the right read. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Yoke's going to catch that. You know, it did come in pretty hot, but like you made the right play. You had the right decision going. If he grabs it, he goes right up for a dunk. And then next time you say, okay, I got to drop it off, you know, a little bit softer. But we haven't seen him in that many actions where he is coming off of the corner and he just has to go and then make that quick decision. So I think that is just something that you learn. But I mean, he really does seem to be progressing pretty quickly. With being like the lead guard or having the ball in his hands more. He looks more comfortable in that spot. I like it for him.
Any hangover takes for you guys? Should we move on?
I mean, I just need to. I care about one thing and one thing only, and that's the headspace that Nikola Jokic is living in. Like, I just hope he's not trying to hurt anyone tonight. Actually, I take that back. I hope he's trying to hurt.
Well, if you
Wolves.
remember, in the preseason game, the first possession, him and Gobert got into it. That's
right.
He's like, yeah,
The
he's
first possession of the preseason game.
I think we were joking as soon as he grew his beard that he was in his villain era, but like now I think he's
might
like
be in his villain
I think
era.
he's now in his criminal era.
We'll find out. Let's move on to the next topic here, a little mini podcast topic here. Could the Nuggets go without? Could the Nuggets go without Jokic having a great season from the 3-point line, Dev?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think that you have to space the floor. You have to open the floor. Teams are going to key in on that. And we know if there's anybody in the league that defenses key in on and try to change how they defend, it's Jokic. He needs to be able to knock down the 3-point shot because it gets the offense flowing that much more. Yeah. They've been having a good offense without him knocking down the 3-ball. What does it look like when he starts knocking down a couple of shots where you can't, send the double team, where you can't stack the paint on them?
40-point win.
I just think that that's just going to make them that much better. So I don't think they could go without it. And I don't want them to go without it. Start making a couple of shots.
I mean, they probably could go without it, but it requires everybody else to knock down shots. Like they have, like, he's either going to get smashed in the middle, double teamed, triple teamed, And the only way to mitigate that is like either he is knocking down the shot or Cam Johnson, Christian Braun, all the other guys are spacing out so that they can't send double teams. But it would suck. Like that's like one of the best parts about Jokic is that he can make a shot from absolutely anywhere on the court.
Right.
And you just don't know what you're going to get from him, and it keeps everybody on their toes, keeps everybody off balance. And when people are able to, like Dev was saying earlier, and you were saying earlier, as soon as that you become predictable, it becomes easier and easier to stop the Nuggets and anybody for that matter. So it just helps keep everybody not knowing what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I think they could. They have the shooters this year. Last year, they couldn't. Like last year, they needed him to have a good year from three. But, I mean, this year, they've got Cam Johnson. They got Tim Hardaway. Christian Braun's a better shooter, I think. So I think they've got the shooters this year.
Here's why I think that he needs to make them. Every team has to pick their poison. You can't guard everything in the NBA. And I think teams look around at Denver and how when you just run your offense, does it feel like Denver's going to score? If everybody just guards everybody honestly, Denver's going to score every time. So I think teams, both the Suns and the Warriors, have looked at this and said, we'll live with Jokic because if he's on, we're going to lose the game.
Right.
But let's just live with that. That's the most high variance option is to give Jokic open shots. And I think a lot of teams are, including tonight, I would not be surprised tonight if he has to take 6-7 threes tonight just by virtue of how they guard. And so I do think that he's going to have to find his three-point shot at some point. Can the Nuggets go without, D-Line, I'll start with you. Can they go without offensive rebounding? Remember when they used to be one of the great offensive rebounding teams? They grab everything.
Yeah.
The last couple of years, that has not been the case. They're currently like 20th or 21st in offensive rebounding. Is that an important thing for them?
Definitely. I mean, they absolutely. I mean, that's part of who they are, is just being able to dominate on that offensive side of the ball. They either make it the first time or the second time. I don't know. It feels like against the Warriors, they were giving them second and third chances, and they were paying for it. And that's the game they lost. I don't know. It just feels like in today's NBA, like if you don't get those, if you just have only one opportunity at the basket each time down, like it's just not going to work for you.
I think they should be. And like I think they need to be one this year. And you just look at Big Val. Like he should be a good offensive rebounder.
Yeah.
Should be.
Like especially if in the minutes where Jokic and Val share the court, they should be an offensive rebounding machine. So it will be kind of concerning, I think, if they're not a much better offensive rebounding team this year.
I don't think they could go without it because, I mean, offensive rebounds, it goes to show you who's working harder, the team that's working harder than the other team. It shows that you're willing to sacrifice while you're out there. So if you're not getting offensive rebounds, that means that one guy's working, you're not on the same page. So I don't want it. And also, like Eric said, that's what the Nuggets are made of. That's what they have brought them, is like AG is on the boards. Christian Braun is rebounding heavy. Jamal is a good rebounder. They don't have guys that just don't rebound. Michael Porter Jr. was an incredible rebounder. You have the bodies to rebound, but you need to be working.
Yeah.
Or it just looks like you're just out there going through the motions, and that's why last game Aaron Gordon stood out in that way, because he wasn't doing something that he typically does.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. I'll say this. I think the more Denver breaks down the defense and the more Jokic gets in the paint, the more offensive rebounds. Right now, he's not really in the paint as much as we're used to, but I do think that'll come. Maybe they're just building layer number one. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10. Place a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, let's do your thing, man.
It is time to make that money.
Come on.
Thanks, Bet365 in advance. The Nuggets come into this game as 6.5-point favorites, and I know that we are a little bit shook by what Minnesota's been doing to Denver, but not that shook by it. Vegas. The line was 5.5 earlier today, and then they ruled out and it was 1 point swing. Like that's not
Nuggets
enough.
were 5-point favorites tonight with Edwards in the lineup.
I think that they knew Ant was going to be out. That was my hunch.
Oh yeah,
But then they
you're
just
probably
changed
right.
it by one for sure.
Yeah,
But
you're
it was also
probably right.
one. And then they're also missing Jalen Clark too. I don't know. 6.5. That's just not enough for me. I think that Denver's going to take care of business. This is one of those games I think they get up for because they know the history behind it. This is the exact same team that they keep losing to. This core keeps losing to that team.
damn it.
So if you have a chance to take advantage, I think that this is the game that you take advantage of. I'm going to take Denver 6.5 in this one.
Oh,
I like the
please.
over of 229 because why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Defense is just not
Why
there.
wouldn't you?
People are scoring. They're going to try to run against them. This is not a team that is afraid of Denver. It's not like they're going to slow it down. They are on the second night of a back-to-back, so that could play into it. But I think Denver's going to be able to score a ton. So I'm going to go over 229 in this one. One of my first bets that I really like in this one, I really like the Nuggets team total of over 118.5. I mean, the Nuggets offense has been flowing. This is a team that I think they're going to play hard against. Like I already said, I think that they are going to try to score. I think that people are going to knock down shots. There's a lot of people that are wanting to score for Denver. We want to see Jokic get into a groove. We want to see Christian Braun. Cam Johnson hasn't had one of those big games. Like they just have so many guys that still haven't had a monster game. I think that this is the game that they have it. On the Timberwolves side of things, let's start with Julius Randle.
Let's not.
He's going to take every single shot for them.
He might take a lot of shots tonight.
He literally, yeah, can we bet on,
Really is gonna
can we bet on
shoot
shots
a buck.
taken?
And think about him without a conscience. He already doesn't have it when he has Anthony Edwards by him. In a spot that it really doesn't matter how many times he shoots, he's going to try to score.
I know. What's like the next evolution of having the green light? Like what's past that?
There's no light at all.
Right? There's just no light.
Yeah, just shoot it. Just shoot it. I like it. I mean, Bones Hyland's over there, and I think that he's going to play minutes.
Yep.
You already know what people do against their old team, and it's Bones. He's going to play against Denver. He played very well in that preseason game. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to go at the team that he feels that he was wronged by, even if it's not true. So I think that he plays with a chip in this one. Give me over 7.5
Yeah,
points.
he should really just go at himself. He did himself wrong.
For the Nuggets side of things, let's start with our three-pointer bet. Give me over 1.5 three-pointers for Cam Johnson.
Okay.
I think he knocks down a couple of
Really?
threes in this.
God, I would welcome that.
That
That'd
would
be
be
so
so
sick.
By the way, we didn't talk
That would
about
be
this.
so
Jaden
tight.
McDaniels always got physical with Mike. Mike would kind of disappear. I'm very curious how Cam Johnson handles that.
Oh, he's
tonight.
going to be physical with him for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And we saw him get knocked around last game, so I am going to be paying attention to that as well. I do think that he's going to knock down a couple of three-pointers. Give me that over. I'm going to stick with with him right there. I think he's going to score a little bit more. If he's knocked down to 2 threes, he's going to get rebounds. He's going to assist. He does all those other things. His points, rebounds, and assists is at 17.5. I'll take the over in that one. Another player that I feel that's going to come on. You just talked about him not rebounding the last game. I bet he knows he wasn't rebounding the last game.
Gotta
I'm gonna
rebound tonight.
5.5 rebounds for AG, and it's at plus money. So let me get the over on that one. Jokic. It's been assist for him.
Yeah.
He's been getting
definitely
assists.
has.
Passing the hell out of the ball. It's at 9.5. I just think that that's too low. We seen him almost get that in the first half. You already know what's coming. If I like over
If you like,
9.5
I was gonna say.
assists, triple double,
Please.
3 for 3. He's
Yeah.
on pace for getting every single game.
He
with a
might.
triple
He
double.
might be ready
did
for
it last
82
year.
triple doubles.
You might as well do it right now. I think he's going to do it right now. I'm going to go over 9.5 assists. I'm going to go on the triple double. I like it. And for the lock,
You said a lock.
Jamal Murray over
Let's go.
21.5 points.
The
Please.
year of Jamal.
You don't have Nikhil Alexander-Walker. You don't have Anthony Edwards. You don't have the help side defense the entire time. You don't have somebody that's just picking them up full court. If you can't score on this team with how they've defended you in the past, there's no other time. I think Denver has to take care of business. I love the way Jamal has looked in the first couple of games. I think the 21.5 points is too low. I'm going to go over on that one.
I like it, man. It's all good money. We got any super chats?
Let's see what we got here. Mr. Exquisite Nugget, Revenge Night. Let's beat him by who will be our unsung hero, Wind.
Is that were those two thoughts?
Who will be our unsung hero? I think it's going to be Big Val tonight. No, Eric. No, Dev. Adam, I wonder if we get a Bruce Brown dunk on Nas or McDaniels.
That would be nice. I would take it if it happens.
Drunk on vibes. Our new neighbor, Jan, knocked on the door and said she loved our Nuggets flag. Told us
That's
she is
awesome.
a diehard and gave us a DNVR
What?
t-shirt, which I wore to the opener. Thought you would like that story.
Bro!
Thanks to the community. We love that
That's
story.
the best vibe to enter us into this
We
game.
love that
I feel like
story.
Nuggets are winning now after I get that one.
Was she just getting rid of that DNVR shit?
I don't want this thing.
Come on, Aaron. Come on. Everybody, thanks for watching. Guess what's next? The watch along. We're going to walk across the studio to the watch along set live in just a moment. We
Buzzer
got another
beater.
one? Buzzer beater?
Pablo Alfaro says, Cam John, 30-piece incoming.
Let's go.
All right, you called it, man. We'll see you. Hit that like button on the way out.
We all silly like the mayor.